Welcome back. Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage intact is presently restoring the dilapidated St. Anne's Church of Talaulim. The project worth 4 crore rupees is funded by the government of Goa. A preview of some of these restored works was personally attended by Archbishop of Goa Reverend Father Philip Neri Ferrao on Friday.
Principal Director of INTAC, Professor R.C. Agarwal, says that the project would be completed within 2.5 years. He also clarified that the church was not crumbling but had developed minor cracks.
General perception of the people was that the church is crumbling, whereas the cracks have developed because of tree roots. So we took out all the tree roots and we have filled up the gaps. So we will be restoring the entire facade from the outside, and then we will be repairing the inside portion also. As you see, that altar portion, which lateral side we have dismantled, they were all eaten away with the termite. They are being treated, and you have already seen them, how best their treatment has been done. The entire work was conceptualized to be around 4 crores of rupees. It will take 2.5 years to complete, and we have submitted a detailed project report to the government of Goa, and the entire funding is being done by the government of Goa.
Director of INTAC, Nilab Sinha, and his team are restoring the church after thorough analysis.
We're taking up each object, one by one. First we removed one small altar ourselves so that we know what are the complications involved in removing and refixing it onto the wall. How the damages are present, we needed to investigate, and we definitely found out that there is one original paint layer on the wood, and on top of that there are multiple layers of enamel paints or plastic emulsions and things like that, because the wood, obviously the paint must have had suffered damages in the past, and they have been touched up by people who do not who didn't know about the ethics of conservation or the ethos involved and things like that.
Archbishop of Goa, Reverend Father Philip Neri Ferrao, along with other honorable members of the church, had a close look at the restoration work. A reporter from Talauli, Devidas Kamli, with video journalist Ravindra Dalvi for Prudent Media.
St. Savio's Sports Club from Kalangut will play with Parish Youth of Nuwe in the opening game of All Goa Inter-Village Football Tournament at Varka Ground on Sunday. Alamau family has organized this tournament in memory of late Alvanaz Alamau and Srimati Lalush Alamau.
President of the organizing committee of the Alvanaz and Lalush Alamau Memorial 2nd All Goa Football Tournament, Warren Alamau, gave details of the events at the press conference.
This tournament is it's the second tournament that's going to be hosted at the Varka Sports Club. It has 16 teams. It's going to start on the 14th and end on the 28th of June. The winner's cash prize is 60,000 and the runners-up is 40,000. There's going to be a man of the match for every match, and the cash prize will be 1,000. We've got 16 teams. I'll name the fixtures to you. On the 14th, it's St. Savio's Sports Club Kalangut versus Parish Youth Nuwe. On the inauguration day, Miss Valanka Alema will be the chief guest, and Master Arar will be the guest of honor. He'll be shooting the first ball towards the goal.
Talented teams from villages will be participating in the tournament.
The second match is being played on the 15th. That's Carmona Sports Club and Kunkoli. On the 16th, it's Chandor Club versus Don Bosco Fatota. On the 17th, it is Nagawa Sports Club versus Wilfred Leisure Kurturi. On the 18th, it is Young Strikers Benaulim versus St. Joe's Diaryan. On the 19th, it is Goa Valia versus Danda Boys Kolwa. On the 20th, it is United Club Nerul and Navileji Villages Union. And on the 21st, it is Union Club Chinchini and Varka Sports Club. And thereafter will be the quarterfinals, semi-finals and the finals.
The organizers are trying to bring in some renowned Bollywood stars and football players to add to the attraction of the tournament.
We are trying to get a film star who is promoting sports in Bombay and across India. We've still not got any confirmation, so we don't want to mention the name. And especially every day there will be a chief guest, maybe a football player from Goa or from India.
A reporter from Madgaon, Ramesh Naik Raut.
The 3-day summit of Asian Football Confederation's Vision India Project Goa drew to a conclusion on Saturday. The visiting team led by Imtiaz Rahman from Pakistan carried out an assessment of football in the state. Talks were held between the AFC delegation and Goa Football Association officials to chart a roadmap for overall development of football.
The members of the AFC team presented their recommendations on various aspects of football at the closing ceremony. Imtiaz Rahman spoke on assessment structure. Yogesh Desai gave the details on the clubs and competitions. Annathurai Ranganathan spoke about grassroots and youth development. Ali Targholizad spelled out preliminary recommendations on coaching aspect. Michael Andrews spoke about the refereeing matters.
Like Tamil Nadu FA, Kerala FA, and I can give you a copy of what we have given to those two associations.
In terms of facilities, there are good facilities for competition. This time, unfortunately, we could not go to Madgaon to the Fatolda Stadium, but we had a look last time when we came here for the pre-assessment visit. It's a fantastic stadium. We went to the stadium today in Mapsa. It's probably the only stadium which is owned by an association, state association, which is very good. Teams participating in the league, you have adequate number of teams with 8 teams participating in the. It's also necessary when the clubs take part in the Goa Professional League, okay, or the Goa First Division. They have the specific criteria, okay. When it comes to in license system, few examples like having certified coaches, okay, having access to ground. If not owning a ground, at least a documented access to ground as and when required, such stuff. So if GFA could work with the clubs along with AFC's help, yeah, it will go a long way.
AFC focus will be under 11, under 12, under 13. Then these will be our focus. AFC's Vision Asia focus. Okay, the development should take place at this. This is a very important age because we strongly believe this is what we call the golden age of learning. When you don't give priority for this age, we will lose one generation of football talent. We will be losing one generation of football talent. That's why some of the countries, they will be in the top, then the next 10 years they will be disappeared.
The team will now return to AFC House in Kuala Lumpur and then send their final set of recommendations. With sports editor Neeraj Prabhu, our video journalist from Panji, Ganesh Hodkar.
And with this, we come to an end of this news bulletin. Keep watching Prudent Media.